What up, friends? How are you doing? Hello, friends. Good evening. How are you? Are you doing well? Well, I'm doing great. Better than I was before. Things are looking up over here after my son's incident. Thank you to everybody that reached out. Believe it or not, there are some family members that didn't even ask me shit about my son. Okay? So I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Y'all are great. Thank you. All right. So, my Jazzy Life, she put out a video talking like she's teaching motherfuckers something. Okay? No, she wasn't. Putting a video out talking about, oh, I need coffee. It was basically a complaining video about her laundry. It was basically a laundry chronicles, okay? We'll just call it that because she was just basically talking about her laundry the whole time and her love of coffee. And look, I'm a coffee lover, okay? But I can give my children hugs and kisses before I have the coffee, okay? She sat there and said she needed coffee before she can be nice to her children. She sat there on Beyonce's internet and said that she has to drink coffee first in order to communicate with her children. What? You know, the reason I side eye Jazzy, okay, which I'm not really surprised about this comment that she made, is because let's go rewind back a few years when it was the Davis family, okay? And Miss Jazzy put up a vlog. It was a Father's Day vlog. And I think a lot of you OG watchers might remember, might know where I'm going with this story. When the Davis family put out a vlog, it was her and Phil, the pimp. And she did like a dinner for him, a sorry ass dinner for him for Father's Day, and he invited his other children. And she said, oh, well, I didn't know everybody was going to be here, talking about the bonus children, the ones that were there before her. So, yeah, ever since she made that comment, that's the reason I don't like her. That's the beef I have with her, is the way she addressed the children that belong to Phil the Pimp. You know, like, those are your stepchildren, woman. Didn't you propose to this man? You proposed to this man, so you're taking in his children too. It's a whole package deal. Do you not know how that works? You know? So when she said that, I knew she wasn't shit, okay? That is like an ugly way. And for Phil to keep her around after publishing this video, they're both weirdos, okay? That's why I look at them the way I look at them, and that's why I hope nobody's following suit, okay? What not to do, just watch her whole channel, okay? But honestly, in this day and age, with the incident that I had with my son, where he had an accident yesterday and, nearly choked to death, I find it very disgusting how some women who I guess are jealous of my son, who are supposed to be family members, didn't even bother asking me how he was doing. Didn't even read the messages. I could see who reads the messages. Didn't even bother to reach out and say, oh, how he's doing. Nothing. But that's how some hating ass bitches are. These adults will be jealous of children. That's why there's all of these issues going on with step parents or bonus parents. Like, we have to be a lot more careful with who we bring around our children, you know? There's a lot of incidents that I've seen on the news where a step parent will be abusing like the children or not feeding them or something, or treating them differently just because they're not related, just because they're not blood related, they'll treat the children badly. Okay. And adults will do that when they're jealous of children. And I see that with Jazzy. I see that with her. I bet she can hug Legendary like no problem, because that son is from the man she's in love with. But with the Davis Four, the Forgotten Four, she needs coffee in order to give them some loving in the morning. Like, that's just so fucked up coming from a birth mother, right? It's disgusting. It's disgusting to hear, and she puts it out there with all this confidence, like she's teaching us something. Like, do you not hear what you're saying? Like, that's like the most saddest thing I've ever heard. And I feel for those babies. I really do. That's the only reason I make videos. It's not for her. It's not. It's not about her. It's about the children. It's always been about the children. And I feel really bad that people chose this woman to make children with her. It's it's sad. It's just very sad, and I just feel bad for them. Anyway, so yeah, in our real life, you might know somebody in your life who's related to you, is nice to you to your face, which I can read people, so I know when motherfuckers are being fake with me to my face, so it doesn't bother me, and I really feel bad for people like that. If you have to be jealous about a child, you must have a really sad and pathetic life, is what I gotta say about that. And I actually feel bad for people like that because we have a great life over here because I made it that way. I'm in charge of my life and I'm the one that has made changes for the better. And I'm working towards things, towards my goals every day. So when an incident like that happens to like an innocent child like my son, and you can't even reach out and say, "Hey, how's he doing? Oh my God," at least pretend like you fucking give a shit. But no, people don't. But it's okay because I already knew this was a fake ass bitch, and I know she's only using me because she needs me for something very soon, and that's fine. But let's hope nothing ever happens to her children like that. I will show her how a concerned person is supposed to be. You're supposed to give a shit. But there's some very selfish people out there. Selfish, miserable people out there. And I think Jazzy is one of them. Because how can you say that about your children? Oh, I need coffee before I can hug them. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, this bitch sat there on, I'm going to say it again, Beyonce's internet and said, I need coffee before I can be touched by my children. Like, you are crazy. You are crazy. But if it was legendary, it'd be a whole nother story, right? And that's just so sad. Like, her kids will see that one day if they haven't already. Like, it's so disgusting. It really is. And she really needs help. Really needs help. If she saw this video is like 2 weeks old. She's let it marinate for 2 weeks, edited it, and just put it up. You said you cannot hug your children until you have coffee? Like, oh my gosh. You are one sick ass, miserable, disgusting woman. Okay? And you need so much help. And I feel for people like you. I really do. If you can hate a child, your own children, and I understand, her and Phil, he was a pimp behind her back and they had their little, history, but don't take that out on the children. I know some women that give up their kids because they don't like the parent, or they don't know who the parent is. So they give up the kid and they take care of other children like no other, like no, like the way she is with Legendary. I know people like that in real life. And that's really sad for the children. It really is. But that's going to be their issue to deal with when the children get older. Because these children are going to remember it forever. Trust me. I wasn't a perfect parent either. Ask my daughter. She tells me all the time. She reminds me of of where I went wrong in life. Okay. But these children are going to have hours upon hours upon hours of video on the internet forever. And everyone's going to know the way she parented. Everyone's going to know that Legendary is like the favorite golden child. And it's sad. It's so sad for the babies because these babies didn't ask to be here. They didn't. And this is our future. The children are our future. And this is what they have to look back on. These are the wonderful memories they have to look back on. Is their mom saying, "Oh, I need some coffee before I could deal with these kids." And then all along they're screaming in the back like nothing. They're over there body slamming each other and she's like, "Oh my gosh, what is this, a stain on the shirt, and she's just like complaining about laundry. What do you do all week? Like, who waits until the weekend when the kids are there? Like, we, my son, we go to the park. Like, we go outside, like we're doing stuff. You wait until Saturday and spend the whole day washing your fucking clothes. And you hear the kid that she doesn't even know what's going on. She automatically sends Aiden to go sit down. Like, she doesn't even know what was happening. It sounded like they were smacking each other, and she's just, like, can you turn your ass around and see what the fuck is going on? Like, what is wrong with you? And she just zones them out. But if it was Legendary, oh my gosh, she'd be like doing baseball slides across the fucking living room. Like, this lady. And I still think she's moving. I don't think, because she's at weird angles now, if you notice in the video. Like, so I think she's been moving for a while, and that's what's going on. I'm getting like moving vibes, new home. I'm telling you, like, I just know she has something up her sleeve, and I think she's moving, because I never saw her at that angle, but I do when I'm watching her videos, mainly I just listen. I don't watch. But she was at funky angles in this video, and I saw a lot of boxes in the background. So I don't know. I don't know. I just hope this woman comes, just listens to herself for a second and sees what we have to fucking endure. Like, I feel so bad for those kids, and whatever. That's her life, not mine. Obviously, the lesson in this video is don't be like Jazzy. Okay? Y'all take care and y'all have a good day. Bye bye.